Members governing the decentralized Ethereum validator service Rocket Pool are considering a proposal. This proposal would prioritize the long-term health and decentralization of Ethereum over the success of the protocol. The proposal would limit the protocol's size to avoid becoming a single point of failure. It would also establish guiding principles to prioritize the health of Ethereum. It has received a majority of votes so far, with the governance vote set to end on February 12. The proposal would limit Rocket Pool's share of staked ETH to 22%. It would also redirect a percentage of the decentralized autonomous organization's income to support small permissionless protocols. It would also deem centralized exchanges like Coinbase, Kraken and Binance as seriously dangerous to Ethereum's health. Additionally, the top competitor Lido is deemed a serious threat as well. Users have staked over 377,000 ETH worth roughly $593 million through Rocket Pool. Current offerings include 4.19% APR for users to stake and 7.29% APR for users to stake and run a node. The proposal aims to capture Rocket Pool's ethos and ensure the safety of the Ethereum network. This proposal is clearly a beneficial step towards ensuring the long-term health and decentralization of Ethereum and Rocket Pool. It will help to protect both entities against becoming a single point of failure, while also promoting a decentralization-first mindset. This is an important step in the right direction, and it is encouraging to see the Rocket Pool community supporting it. Bitcoin and the S&P 500 are about to hit a bullish technical signal known as the Golden Cross, which can often make traders excited. This signal occurs when the 50-day simple moving average of the security's price moves above its 200-day SMA. It is viewed as an indicator of higher prices in the future. Bitcoin is expected to form its first Golden Cross since September 2021 in the upcoming weeks. The S&P 500's averages are on track to produce the Golden Cross on Thursday. While Golden Crosses typically precede rallies, past data shows that this is not always the case. The S&P 500 has seen 52 Golden Crosses since 1930, with stocks rising in the following year 71% of the time. The Federal Reserve's policy is also an important factor to consider, as it is becoming less hawkish and is likely to pause rate hike cycle in March. The impending Golden Cross on both the S&P 500 and Bitcoin is an interesting technical signal that could be an indicator of higher prices in the long run. However, traders should exercise caution, as not all Golden Crosses have led to bullish rallies in the past, and should take into account other factors like the Federal Reserve's policy when making trading decisions. Bitcoin is currently in a bullish position, with its price rising above $24,000. The U.S. Federal Reserve delivered what risk-on traders wanted to hear on February 1st. To continue this success, BTC/USD must now test and flip two key trend lines, the 50-week and 200-week moving averages, to support. If successful, this could lead to further gains, however a death cross may ensue, causing further downside. BTC has outperformed traditional finance in January with a 40% rally, and its success will be determined at the 50 WMA and 200 WMA. This analysis suggests that Bitcoin needs to test two key levels in order to confirm its macro breakout. If successful, this could point to further upward momentum for BTC/USD, while a failure could potentially lead to a downward correction. Additionally, the 200 WMA is forming a death cross, which could indicate more bearish price action. Therefore, BTC/USD needs to successfully break the two key resistance levels in order to sustain its current bullish momentum. Ethereum has seen a 5.69% increase in price over the past 24 hours and a 4.13% increase over the week. Analytic platforms show that retail and whale buyers are both actively participating in the market, and network activities have been positive. Projections that Ethereum will retest its all-time high of $2,000 have resurfaced. However, this may be unrealistic due to the potential for staked Ethereum to be withdrawn and liquidated. This article provides a comprehensive overview of the key factors driving the current rally in Ethereum's price. It also provides an in-depth analysis of potential short-term risks that could affect future price growth. Ripple has released 1 billion XRP from Escrow and sent 80% of that back into Escrow. Meanwhile, two major crypto players, Ripple and Binance, moved over 600 million XRP tokens between them and anonymous wallets. The Thomp noticed that Binance sent XRP tokens to Ripple, possibly for a new XRP pair. The rest of the tokens were moved by anonymous whales and their wallets linked to the Bitso and Bitstamp exchanges. In total, Ripple has withdrawn 62 billion XRP from escrow and put back 50.1 billion tokens, with 43.1 billion remaining in their escrow addresses. This report details the recent activities of Ripple and Binance with regards to XRP transactions. Ripple has released and returned 80% of the funds from its escrow back into the system, while Binance moved the same amount of XRP tokens to a Ripple address. In addition, anonymous whales moved 602 million XRP tokens between various wallets and exchanges. Independent developer Udi Wertheimer recently minted a giant image of a bald, bearded wizard wearing sunglasses on the Bitcoin blockchain using the Ordinals protocol. The image was promoting magic internet JPEGs. This sparked a debate between Bitcoin purists and Ordinals proponents, and the block was mined by Bitcoin mining firm Luxor Technologies. The image was a massive 3.94 megabytes, filling the entire 4 megabytes block, with no transaction fees paid, which left Bitcoiners of both sides confused. It was a throwback to an early Bitcoin meme from the Bitcoin subreddit. It prompted people to ask why someone would go through the effort of processing a non-standard NFT mint. Luxor and Wertheimer collaborated to ensure the NFT was included in a mined block. Luxor Chief Operating Officer Ethan Vera stated that the company views it as short-term R&D. Veteran Bitcoin Core developer Luke Dasher developed a spam filter to screen for inscriptions and prevent them from being relayed through the Bitcoin network. Ordinals creator Casey Redarmer welcomed the filter. The debate between Bitcoin purists and Ordinals proponents has been reignited with the minting of a giant image of a bald, bearded wizard donning sunglasses on the Bitcoin blockchain via the Ordinals protocol. This remarkable block, which was mined by Luxor Technologies and was the largest Bitcoin block ever mined, spurred a series of questions from Bitcoiners of both sides. Luxor's head of research and content, Coin Harper, said that miners were paid the same regardless of how many blocks Luxor mines in a given time frame, and any transactions that weren't included in the NFT block would have been included in subsequent blocks. Veteran Bitcoin Core developer Luke Dasher has developed a rudimentary spam filter to try and prevent inscriptions from being relayed through the Bitcoin network, while Ordinals creator Casey Redarmer welcomed the development.